Hello everybody, welcome. I am back. Come on in, say hello, tell me where you're from if you're new to my page and watching. I am using this sign here. Thank you. I'm glad to be back, Rita. This sign is available in my shop. I have a few of them left if anyone's interested. You can find it at wreathdecorbydawn.com. I have those, so head on over there and grab you a few or one or two. And then we are going to add in some of this brown with the natural striped jute. Then we are going to add in some of this natural jute in a curl. We're just going to put one in every tie. Sorry, I was stapling the things on the back of my sign when I realized it was 9 o'clock. So I have this kind of a neutral cream color, or a it's not really white, it's not a natural color, but it's more of an ivory, I guess, with the ornaments on it, and it's got the gold on it, and the sign has some gold, some snowflakes in it. So we've got the leopard trees on the end. They've got this one that's a very light plaid, brown plaid in the center. Then this one is more of a gold with like a brown snowflake on it. So we're going with those. So I like this leopard print, even though it has the red and green in it. We're going to work with that somehow. Then I have this shimmering brown that we're going to use. And then I have this natural with the glittered gold Christmas trees. Hey Mom, how are you doing? So those are our ribbons for tonight. Let me get them all in order here so I can get them set up. Alright, so our brown jute is cut at 30 inches. We're going to just do a regular ruffle with this. And I have 18 ties on my frame, 8 on the top, 10 on the bottom. Alright, so we want to open up that ruffle and get that going, and I'm going to get a couple more on here, and then we'll start putting our ribbons and that in too. So how are you all doing? I missed everybody. We had a great time. You know, I've been off and on for a couple of, well, about 2 months now. I've had a lot of trips that I've been on. I had some a trip that I took to Philadelphia, and then I had my craft show, and then I went to the retreat, and then we had our family vacation that we just got back from. So I am ready to go, ready to craft. I haven't done a whole lot in the last couple of weeks, but I am back now, and hopefully not going anywhere for a while. So I have to shout out to a couple of people who took care of things while I was gone. My daughter-in-law, Christina, came and filled my orders for me while I was gone. So I have to give her a big thank you. And then Susan filled in for me 1 week while I was gone, the first week I was gone. So of course I have to thank her. So I could not have been able to do that without them, so I really do appreciate their help very much. So, and those of you that don't know, Susan lost her little puppy dog last week, and that was why she wasn't on my live last week. So she probably won't be on tonight until either late, or if she, if she's able to make it. She has a meeting, so she may not make it until later. So hopefully we'll be here when she gets done. All right, so I'm going to take my ribbons here. And I want to put my curls in first. Okay. With these, I just used up what I had left on a roll, and you can see it's got the natural curl to it already. So I'm just going to use that curl. I'm not going to use my stick that I usually use for that to roll these. I'm just going to cinch them in the center like this, and we're going to put them in every tie. I just want to bring some of that natural color out of the brown and into the wreath to match the sign. So we're just going to do one curl in each. I was just using up extra mesh, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Hey, Miss Debbie, how are you? I missed you too. I haven't seen you in a long time. I do miss you. But I am glad you got your stuff taken care of and you got home too. There we go. Alright, so we'll go back now and put in our ribbons. So again, we're using this cheetah print or leopard print, whatever you want to call it. Some people call it cheetah, some people call it leopard. You know, it is whatever it is. So we're going to use that with our little gold ornaments. And then we're going to use the brown with the glittered stars. So if you're new to my page, be sure to say hello. Tell us where you're watching from so that we can say hello to you, give you a nice warm welcome. My thing is frozen here, so let me see if I can get it back up. There's your comments. Well, Bobby, welcome. I'm so glad you joined us. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and share my page, or sorry, like and follow my page. You can share too, so that you can see whenever I go live. You can also sign up for my email list. At the top of the page in the description, there is a link for you to sign up for the email list, and I send out a notification every week when I go live, let you know what I'm working on and what time I'm going live. So you can get that alert there. Hi, Shirley. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. I have missed all of you. I tried to pop on as many lives as I could while I was gone, which wasn't very much. I popped in on Susan, but we were really busy the whole time we were gone, so I didn't get to stay for that one. So if you're just joining, we are using this wooden sign tonight. It has these leopard print trees on it. I have this sign in my shop at wreathdecorbydawn.com if anyone's interested in that. I have a couple more I'd like to get rid of. I also have ribbon and other signs in my shop as well. So take a look at that and see if there's anything in there that you like. I have some really pretty Christmas ribbons in there. And we are doing our ruffles. They're cut at 30 inches. We're just doing a regular ruffle. And then I'm taking these natural jute, which is cut at 10 inches, and making a curl out of it, just to bring out that extra natural color that's in the brown mesh and in the sign. And it was an extra, so I wanted to get rid of it. It was just a open roll. So that's one way to use up some of that mesh, because I have it piling up again. So I'm just taking this, and like I said, I cut these at 10 inches, and they have that natural curl to them because it was the end of the roll. And I'm just giving it a more even roll, and then we're pinching it in the center and putting that right in the tie. And then we're putting the ribbons right up on top of it. My ribbons are cut at 14 inches. All right, let's get this one opened up. Spread out. There we go. Okay, let's put in this one. Alright, so I'm going to get my glue gun turned on real quick while I'm making a bow. That should be done by the time we get the bow done. And get the sign on. There we go. That's on. We'll let that warm up real quick. All right, let's make a bow. Okay, so I've got this big stack of ribbons over here. Some of them are the ones that we already used. And then some of them are just coordinating ribbons. So I want to use the ones that I put in the wreath, and then we're going to add to it with these others. I'm not sure that we'll use them all, but we'll probably use a few. Alright, so I'm going to use my Easy Bow Maker. We're going to start with these here and this brown. I'm going to add in some brown, just a solid 2.5 inch brown. Let's do this one first. Alright, so I want a little bit of a long tail for this. Not too long, but probably about 18 inches. I'm going to twist it and put it in. Alright, I like to do 5.5 inch loops. And I think I'm going to do 2 of these. 2 loops on each side. There we go. Now let's get those about the same. I'm going to put this solid brown in between. I'm not going to do a long tail with the brown. I think I'll do it with the gold, but not the brown. So this one is just going to be about 6 inches. We'll do these and cut them. I'm going to do 2 loops with these on each side at 5 inches. Yeah, we'll do 2 on each side. And then the tail will be about 6 inches. And we'll just dovetail that. Okay, now let's do our gold. And I'm not going to worry too much the direction of the trees. And then this will be 4.5 inch loop. And I think I'm only going to do one loop of this. Four and a half, I said, right? Yeah, 4.5. Yep, there we go. All right. We'll make this one a little bit longer. Maybe we won't need all these other ribbons. I don't want to do this one there. I don't want to put the light one on top of that other light one, so we'll do the brown. And this will probably finish off this roll. Whoops, that pin just broke. Little head popped off of it, so now I gotta find, there it is. Pull the rest of that pin out. Alright. This one we don't need any tails as well, so we'll be doing the same thing with it. We're going to do a 6-inch, about a 6-inch length. And I'm going to do a 4-inch loop on this. And I'm going to do 2 loops on each side. One, 2. Let's get them the same length. There we go. And one more. There we go. And then again, cut that at 6-inch. This one probably needs to go this way. Right. Yeah, we'll go down with this one. And then we'll dovetail these. There we go. All right, let's finish it off with this one here. Or should I put another color in there? Let's see, what do we have? No, I think not. But this one, I think I'm going to lay the tails longer. So these are going to be about 3.5 inches, just slightly smaller than the last one. And we are going to do 2 with each, or 2 on each side. There we go. Grab a zip tie here. I need my longer zip tie. Gotta restock all my zip ties over here. Alright, so I'm gonna zip tie this down. Get it to go on there. I'm gonna get it tight to the touch on here. It's not really that tight. Once I pull it off, I'll be able to adjust everything. And we'll put our pipe cleaners on the back. Grab a couple of those. I'm going to twist these. You can use floral wire, you can use your zip ties. I mean, you could use a zip tie, you could use your pipe cleaners. I'm just going to do a pipe cleaners for now. Alright, we'll put that through the back once we get this off, but I do want to take this, you know what, let's take this one, the solid. Now I'm going to cut about a 10-inch piece off, just a scrap, and we're going to use that to cover up our zip tie on our bow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. Actually fold it in thirds, and then when I take this off, I'm going to use it to go around the center, tie it around the center, and that's going to hide my zip tie. So let me get a good grip on this. I want to take and move my zip tie over so it's in the center in that groove that is left by those pegs on the bow maker. And then this is where you'll tighten it a little more. So let's make sure our ribbons are going where they're supposed to. And they're not bunched up. There we go. Looks good. Now I'm going to take my pipe cleaners and put it through the back. We'll press down a little bit on that and push that through. Get that in the center. If it'll cooperate. All right, there we go. And I'll give it a little tug, and then I want to fluff out my bow. So get your hands in there, pull your loops up, make sure they're going where you want them to go, because once you cinch this down, it's going to be a lot harder to move those. Probably won't be able to move them. So let's get all of our ribbons where they should be. Make sure nothing is twisted or kinked up. All right, there we go. That side. Let's do this side. There we go. There's our ribbons. Okay, now that's done. We can go ahead and pull our zip tie really tight. Cut that off. Twist this, take this piece here, the scrap that we cut. We're going to take this and we're going to wrap it around here. It's going to go right around that zip tie, come around to the back, and we're going to tie it right back here. Get it nice and tight. I can get my fingers in there. There it goes. And then we're going to twist our pipe cleaner around that as well. And that's going to help hold that in there so it doesn't come off. There we go. So we'll have to do more fluffing once we get it on the wreath. But that'll take care of that center. There we go. I don't like how that came out, but there it goes. That's better. Got smushed. All right, let's put this in the sign on our wreath. Again, this is the sign we're using. It's got the leopard print Christmas trees on it. Let's get these out of the way. All right, wreath. Here's our wreath. There we go. Let's fold these down a little bit. They're all standing straight up. All right, let's take our weaving needle. We have the 6-inch weaving needle and we have the 3.5-inch weaving needle. These are available in my shop at wreathdecorbydawn.com. You get a pack of 3 of the 3.5 or you get a pack of 3 of the 6-inch, either one. And it comes in a little baggie for you to keep them in. So let's put our... I think I want to do the bow at the bottom and the sign at the top on this one. We're going to put our sign up here, I think. So I'm going to take the weaving needle. The pipe cleaners are on the back of the sign already. I stapled those to the wood, so they're not going to come off. They're not going anywhere. I'm going to take my needle, wrap it around that pipe cleaner, and I'm going to go right straight through all the mesh and everything. And I'm going to grab onto it, and I'm going to tie it down to the frame, not to any mesh. So I'm going to wrap that around there. And again, you can get those weaving needles in my shop, wreathdecorbydawn.com. They are shipping's included in them already. They really do help with this, getting your signs on, getting your attachments on. If you ever struggle, hey Cindy, how are you? If you ever struggle with getting your signs or attachments or anything on, these needles will make it a whole lot easier for you, I promise. It's just that quick. There is a little video demonstration on the listing to see how they work. They work great for grapevines, especially the plastic ones, because they'll bend and go through any of that tightly woven grapevine. You know, sometimes you get them, they're so tight you can't get anything in them. These needles will get on there, they'll get through there, and you can get your attachments and signs and things on. So they're very popular in my shop. So if you don't have any, grab some. I promise you will love them and you will thank me when you put your signs on. All right, so there's our sign. That's on. I can tighten that down a little bit, but I'm going to wait. Hey, Rachel. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to take our bow, and we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my needle. Let me get this loose piece right here covered up so it doesn't snag on anything. All right, so I'm going to take my... Get the right end with the eye. They have the large eye, so the pipe cleaners fit over them with no problem. So I'm going to take the one, and I'm going to go right down here, in between all of my mesh and everything. And I'm going to pull that through the bottom, right there. And I'm going to let that hang there for a second because I want to take my other pipe cleaner and go down this side so that the two of them will go around one of the rings of the frame, and then they'll lock in there. We'll tie it around that. So there's one. So I just want to get close to it. You can feel your way around right there. And that's it. That bow is on there. Now we can turn it over, and I can put one on the top of that ring and one on the bottom, and then tie my bow right there. Never tie your bow off to your mesh because it could come loose. You don't want that to happen. So let me get my bow in the right place before I cinch it down. There we go. You could take an ornament or anything that you have and put that in the center. All right, so now that bow's on there, I can tighten that down a little bit more. I don't want to go too tight because if I do, it's going to start looking like it's sunk in. See how it's sinking in there in the center? I don't want that. That's not a good look. I want it to like float right on top of all my mesh. There we go, right here. I want to make sure that I'm still on either side of my rings. I'm going to twist that a couple of times and then I'll leave it. There we go. And then you just want to fluff out your ribbons again. Make sure everything's going where it's supposed to. Of course, you're going to do all that again when you get ready to take pictures and whatnot. Alright, so we're going to leave that. This one is a little long. I'm going to have to cinch that one up. Okay. So then we'll curl our long tails. Alright, so I have some leopard print ornaments. If I can get the box open. And of course, there it goes. So our glue gun should be ready about now. So I'm just going to take a couple of these and we're going to place them all over. They're styrofoam, so I'm trying to think if I want to. I think I might just stick a thing in the end of it and leave them like this rather than going over my pipe cleaners. I'll take this thing off of it though. I don't like that hanging there. But I'll take them maybe and put them right in here like that. I am thinking. Let me look here for a second and see what I think. Yeah, that sign definitely needs to be done. Alright, so I'm going to take and I'm going to tie this off. I'm going to cut that down. I'll fold that over there. There we go. Alright, let's grab where are my little things at here? I need my little sticks. There we go. That's what I need. So I'm going to... I saved these ends off of my florals so that I can use them. Let's put these weaving needles away. Get to the glue gun here. Alright, we got our glue gun here. There we go. That's better. Alright, so I'm going to take my stick and I'm going to poke it in right here. Might need my ice pick for this. There we go. Then I'm going to take a shot of glue in there. I'm going to put that stick right down in there. It's got little teeth on it, so it's going to grab onto that foam and that. And I'm going to snip off part of the end. And then we're going to fold it over. And that's going to give it a little loop so it catches onto the mesh. That'll work. piece on there. We'll hit it with some glue. There we go. Oh, I don't want you going all over the place. There. I'm going to hit that with some glue, and then I'm going to put that right in between my ribbons so that it grabs onto that mesh. Right here. There we go. That way. My holiday with my family was wonderful. We had a great time. Got to see a lot of people we haven't seen in forever. So we had a wonderful, wonderful visit. We celebrated my husband's birthday while we were out there. We got to meet my great nephew. My first great nephew. Alright, I'm going to put another one over here. My grandkids got to meet family they've never met before. So it was a great vacation. Plus we got to do some sightseeing and play tourist. So it was a lot of fun. So again, this sign is available in my shop if anyone's interested. It's available at wreathdecorbydawn.com. I have other signs and ribbons also. Quite a few Christmas ribbons left. Let's use this one. I don't need a very big one, this one. So I'm going to do another hole here. We're going to shoot it with some glue. Where's that hole at? There it is, right there. They all said they had a great time, so that made it worth it, of course. Oh, I'm glad you got to see your family too. I know it's been hard. Oh, I think that one's too short. Let's see. Might be too short. Okay. Gonna add some glue to this one. Alright, so I'm going to put another one, I think, right here, and then I think that'll be it. I do have some other ornaments I'm going to pull out later that kind of match these snowflakes here. I know I have some brown ones somewhere, and I can't remember where I put them, so I'm going to have to look for those. I think I might put one in the bow. I'm thinking I might put one in the bow. Maybe. Let's try it and see. If I don't like it, I can always take it out. I won't glue it in just yet. Let's do it on the back here, this way. Get you an ice pick too, you guys. These things are wonderful for doing stuff like this. You can get you a little awl, or you can get an ice pick, either one. They both work. They're both the same thing. An awl is just a little bit thicker, but an ice pick will help you with so many different things. So let that dry for a second because I don't want it to glue to my bow. Thank you. Yeah, I think it will too. I think just setting it right in there like that. It doesn't have to be... Yeah, we're going to pull this out just a tad, and then I'm going to fold this over so it grabs onto that mesh. Maybe. It might grab the mesh, I'm not sure. Maybe not. Let's try it again. There we go. I think I went in too far with it. Doesn't have to be in that far. All right, I think this is the one that's gonna, whoops, do it. Get on there. Make a mess, why don't you? There we go. We'll just lay that one right on there. And I like to curl my ties, or my ribbons. Let me get my dowel here. So I take this dowel, it's a 3/4 inch dowel, it's 12 inches long, and I just take them, let's dovetail these first. Alright, there we go. That'll work. Now, take the dowel and we're going to do a little curl. There we go. Then you can take those 2.5 and give them a slight curl as well. I like using the dowel because it just makes it look a little better with the curl. If I try and do it myself, it doesn't look right. It looks kind of flat. With the round dowel, it makes it look a little more finished. So, and that's it. That's all we're doing, guys. There we have it. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing my page. Don't forget to like and follow my page.